guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Raw Review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome Raw Review for the viewers at home today on one of our most popular sustained release protein blends from our good friends at Phorm. Of course, I'm talking about Level-1 in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. That nutritional information panel ain't gonna get it done. We're about to go balls deep in this here Phorm Level-1 protein powder. Luckily, we got a big ass nutritional information panel that you guys are about to see on screen in a second. And just to clarify, this panel is for this particular flavor, the caramel latte flavor. The panels do vary slightly, and I'll go through that in a second, depending on the flavor that you choose. But this panel is for caramel latte. That's what we're going to use. Starting from the top, 37 grams per 1 scoop serve. Got yourself about 30 of them, 37 gram, 1 scoop, bitches, in each tub of this first Phorm Level-1. In terms of what the 37 grams is made up of course, it's a protein powder. So we're going to dive straight into the macros. Starting from the top, calories, we're talking 140 to 150 calories per serve, depending on the flavor. The caramel latte panel that you guys are seeing is towards the upper end. It's actually towards the upper end of everything I'm about to go through, as you guys will see. In terms of the macros, the fat, 2 to 3 grams, of which saturated 1.5 to 2 grams. So we're dealing with approximately, by weight, 8% fat, of which 5% is saturated fat. Diving into the carbohydrates, 5 to 7 grams depending on flavor, of which across all the flavors there's only 1 gram of sugar. So total carbohydrate by weight, 13 to 19%. Sugars across all the flavors is 3%. And then the protein, depending on the flavor, 23 to 25 grams. So we're dealing with 62 to 68% protein. So based on the macros, pretty easy to see that this is a blended protein. In terms of where what the protein is made up of, what are the sources of protein, we're going to dive straight into the formula, the ingredients as a matter of fact, and you guys can see it's a protein matrix which is comprised of low temperature processed whey protein concentrate, low temperature processed whey protein isolate. That's this caramel latte flavor, so it's a blend of WPC, WPI, and a bunch of the other flavors actually have a third protein thrown into the mix, which is a milk protein concentrate. So some of the flavors are 3 proteins blended together. Obviously, the main 2 are whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate, and then some of them have a little bit of this milk protein isolate in there as well, which yields both whey and casein. So you're getting a bit of whey, a bit of casein. For the most part, this is a WPC, WPI blended protein. You then also have across all the flavors a creamer powder, which is really going to add to the texture. We'll get to that when we discuss the flavors and taste. You got your natural and artificial flavors. You've got your texturizers. You've got your sweeteners, in particular sucralose and acesulfame potassium, aka ACE K, are the sweeteners used across all of the flavors. In a couple of the flavors, in particular the ice cream sandwich and the mint ice cream sandwich, you actually have real cookie pieces in there. In the mint ice cream sandwich, you also have artificial colors. The other flavors do not use artificial colors at all. And the caramel latte flavor that I'm talking you guys through at the moment and the OG milk chocolate flavor are actually gluten-free. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in 4 flavors. Comes in caramel latte, no surprises there. Comes in mint ice cream sandwich with the real cookie pieces. Comes in the OG milk chocolate. Comes in, this one is the crowd favorite, as you guys will probably not be surprised, the ice cream sandwich with real cookie pieces in there as well. Those are the 4 flavors that are currently available in the Australian market at the time of recording this raw review, guys. In the US, which is where Phorm are based, they're based out in St. Louis in the United States of America. They currently have 11 flavors available. So they got some cool, they got like a blueberry muffin flavor, they got pumpkin spice latte, they got a cinnamon flavor, they got a whole bunch of cool flavors going on. And those flavors will generally tend to see their way into the Australian market. They tend to trickle in. Obviously, we have permit requirements that we need to meet and different bits and pieces of importation documentation that kind of slows the process down. But these are the 4 flavors that are currently available in the Australian market at this point in time. Before we get into the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test, I will say, you know what? No. Let's just dive straight into the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test. I've been telling you guys about the caramel latte flavor thus far, so of course, we've got to get rocking on the caramel latte flavor. We take this fresh tub of First Phorm Level 1 right here. Bro punch this bitch in. Is the scoop on top? It's a question everyone wants to know. Oh, no, yeah, it's right there. It's within 1 finger of it. There we go. That is your scoop of First Phorm Level 1 caramel latte sitting right on top. I've made all kinds of mess with that bro punch. First thing I will say, before we get into the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test, is I did mention that 1 scoop is 37 grams. You got 30 of them 37 gram bitches in one of these First Phorm Level 1 bitches. A level scoop, that's not quite level, that would be a little bit heaped. That is a level scoop. That scoop weighs 37 grams bang on. The reason why I'm bringing that to your attention, guys, is because if you actually read the labels and the recommendation on the label of the First Phorm Level 1, I'll see if we can get some zoom and focus action there. You guys will see that the label recommendation is actually to add rounded scoops. If you're adding rounded scoops, you're going to get more than 37 grams per scoop. You're probably going to get like closer to 40 or above 40 grams like that, which is going to get you more calories, more carbs, more fat, more protein. So if you are trying to stick to a particular diet and you're trying to hit certain calories and certain macros and you're relying on 1 scoop equaling 37 grams exactly, you need to go one of these, which is a level scoop. Infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test about to go down. Got my double wall glass already. Got my Team MassiveJoes Elite Shaker ready. And I have in here exactly 8 ounces of ice cold water. The recommendations state, add 2 rounded scoops to 8 ounces of ice cold water or milk. You're not going to want to use milk, and that's going to be quite obvious in a second. But I'm going to take 2 scoops of this First Phorm Level 1 in the caramel latte. And I'm going to add it to the 8 ounces of cold water. That's 1. That's 2. You guys can check that out. That is a lot. That is almost like a 1-to-1 ratio of powder to water. And this is going to blow your mind in terms of the mixability. And when I tell you about the taste, whew, just wait for it. A few flicks of the wrist of the caramel latte, First Phorm Level 1. All right. Show you guys how this mixed right here. Check this out. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at the, witness the thickness. Look at that, guys. That is bang on. Mixed perfectly, no floaters, no sinkers, no chunks, nothing like that. That being said, it is a protein powder, and I did use a Team MassiveJoes Elite Shaker, so I'm gonna have to say blender ball is required for this here First Phorm Level 1 protein. Let me refresh my memory on how this caramel latte flavor tastes. Listen, you guys, I've got Level 1 all over my shirt. Shit the bed. You guys are supplement fiends, for lack of a better term. You are seasoned supplement users. That's why you're tuning in to the MassiveJoes Raw Review. I know you. You guys remember the first time when you tried a particular protein powder and literally like the first time it hit your lips, you were like, what the fuck? have I been drinking all of these years? Why did I not have this protein in my life earlier? This is delicious. The first time I tried Phorm Level 1 was exactly that. And I've tried a lot of proteins, guys. These flavors are absolute world class. There's no other way to put it. The caramel latte, you guys saw it. It's mixed with, it's literally 2 scoops of the protein, 8 ounces of cold water. You get this, and it tastes like a caramel latte. It is absolutely unbelievable. The ice cream sandwich literally tastes like liquid MassiveJoes. And all of my Australians watching, we know exactly what I'm talking about. It literally tastes like liquid ice cream sandwich. The mint ice cream sandwich is just like that with mint added. The milk chocolate tastes like liquid Cadbury dairy milk chocolate. There's no other way to describe it. The flavors across every flavor of the Level 1 that I have tried thus far are absolute world-class flavors. Not only that, but the texture is unbelievable. You guys saw as I was pouring that out into this glass, you can even see there, witness the thickness. Look at that. The mouthfeel and the texture. I mentioned when we were going through the formula that they do use a creamer powder and they do use a bunch of texturizers. And those have definitely gone to work in this. Look at this. This is just, it's unbelievable that this is 2 scoops of protein in 8 ounces of water. It is just, the texture is so good. Even if the flavors weren't as good as they are, you'd probably just drink it because the texture is so damn good. I'm a big texture person, if you can't tell. I fucking love the texture in this Phorm Level 1. In terms of the versatility, because we do like to discuss this with proteins, because some of us like to drink our proteins. Cheers. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this off, by the way. It's gonna power me through the rest of the raw review. Some of us like to drink our proteins. Others of us like to sludge our proteins. Others of us like to put our proteins in our coffee in the morning. We like to make pancakes with our proteins. We like to make waffles with our proteins. We like to make protein brownies with our proteins. This does everything. Level 1 does everything. Here's something I prepared earlier. This is actually, this is the mint ice cream sandwich flavor that I've just sludged up for you guys. And I've used a blue bowl just so you can kind of contrast the color of the mint ice cream sandwich. And you can see, zoom and focus action, you can see the real cookie pieces in there as well. There's little black bits, real cookie pieces. That is 1 scoop of Level 1 made into, it's custard. It is legitimately custard. It is protein custard right there. I like to call it sludge because it's a cooler word than custard, but it literally is protein custard. It sludges just phenomenally. And the tricky thing with sludge with protein is it's often difficult to get a protein that tastes good in liquid form. Cheers. And also tastes good in sludge form, because sometimes the liquid form, the sweeteners are too strong, and when you put them in sludge, it's like way too sweet, way too chemically tasting. Level 1, no matter how you want to use it, drink it, sludge it, make protein pancakes, make waffles, make brownies, whatever, the flavors just work. They just work across everything. It's got to be, you know, especially for a blended protein, not just like a straight whey protein concentrate, it's got to be one of the most, if not the most versatile blended proteins on the market at this point in time. In terms of the effects, obviously it's a protein powder. It's going to increase your daily protein intake. The cool thing is the protein sources that they've used, the whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate, and then across a bunch of the flavors, the milk protein as well, which is a combination of whey and casein. These are very high biological value wheys. In particular, the whey protein concentrate, in particular, the milk protein concentrate. So the biological availability, your body's ability to actually use the protein from these protein powders is very, very high. They're complete sources of protein, obviously being whey and milk based. And they're some of the most pure as well. You got to remember, milk protein and whey protein are the most pure types of protein that come from milk because they're the least processed. The more you go towards whey protein isolate, hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, there's more processing. So technically they're less pure, even though the macros are I guess, leaner because you tend to get rid of some of the fats, rid of some of the carbs. You're also making them less pure as well. So the protein sources used in the level 1 are pure, complete, and biologically available. Side effects. The side effect of the protein sources they've used in level 1 is that they do contain lactose. So if you are sensitive to lactose, if you're lactose intolerant, or just, if you have too much lactose, it causes you some stomach issues, you just got to check yourself with how much level 1 you're consuming. Me personally, I generally don't do well with lactose. That being said, I can take a couple of scoops of level 1 per day and I'm completely fine. So there's lactose in it. It's not lactose free, don't get it twisted, but it's not super high in lactose. It's just something that I want to let you guys know if you are lactose intolerant. The cool thing when we're talking about side effects is that there's actually no digestive enzymes in level 1. It's kind of, I guess it's a popular thing for a lot of companies to do with their proteins at the moment, is put digestive enzymes in their protein to help your body digest the protein. There's two ways of looking at it. I guess you can probably put arguments together that go, yeah, that's a good idea. But on the other side, when you're eating other sources of protein, let's say plant-based proteins, let's say chicken, beef, eggs, any sort of whole food protein, you don't have digestive enzymes when you're eating that sort of protein. So why would you want digestive enzymes when you're having whey protein? Either way, whatever your position is on it, some people have issues with digestive enzymes. Some people, digestive enzymes actually upset their stomach. If you are one of those people, you don't have to worry about them in level 1 because there are no digestive enzymes in the first form level 1. What does it compare to? So this is a big thing, especially for level 1, which in the Australian marketplace is a relatively new protein. So I want to just give you guys a little bit of reference point as to what it stacks up against. On one side, I'm going to use Ghost Whey. On the other side, I'm going to use BSN Synth6 Edge, the most recent edition of Synth6, which is slightly lower in carbs, lower in fats, and the macros match up to level 1. So Ghost Whey, first things first, Ghost is slightly more expensive than level 1 per serve. We'll go through the price per serve in a second, but Ghost is slightly more expensive, not much, it's about 10%. The macros are very comparable, especially the Ghost flavors that tend to use inclusions and whatnot. The macros are almost exactly the same across Ghost Whey and level 1. The flavors are comparable as well. Both products, both proteins, the flavors are world-class, both Ghost and First Form. The texture on Ghost Whey is slightly thinner. It's definitely not as thick as your First Form level 1. Cheers. Ghost is not as versatile. It doesn't sludge as well. It doesn't cook as well. You can't do as much with it. It's great to drink, but you can't really take it outside of a shaker or a glass. And the Ghost Whey does have digestive enzymes. So if you want digestive enzymes, Ghost Whey has them. If you don't, or you have a problem with digestive enzymes, First Form level 1 does not. BSN Synth6 Edge on the other side is slightly cheaper per serve. It's about 10% cheaper per serve than your First Form level 1. Once again, the macros are very comparable. The flavors are very comparable, both world-class. The texture of Synth6, once again, is thinner. It's really one thing about this First Form level 1, really whatever you stack it up against, the texture and the mouthfeel and the thickness and the creaminess just in water is, nothing comes close. Really, nothing compares to the texture and the mouthfeel and the creaminess and the deliciousness of the First Form level 1. And then similarly to Ghost Whey, Synth6 Edge is not as versatile. It doesn't taste good in sludge. It cooks okay, but it's one of those real, it's great to drink, but it's really sweet when you try and do anything other than drink it. Who is the level 1 best for? Who is the First Form level 1 best for? That's what I was trying to get at. I got distracted because I haven't finished my level 1 yet. There we go. Now I can concentrate. Who is it best for? Obviously, anybody looking to increase daily protein intake. Male, female, regardless of goal, regardless of age, it doesn't matter. If you're looking to increase your daily protein intake, you're looking for a protein powder to do it, level 1 is going to be right up your alley. The people who it's not suited for, as I've already mentioned, if you have a problem, like a real intolerance to lactose, it's probably going to be a problem for you. If you're intolerant to dairy, obviously it's a dairy-based, it's a whey-based protein. It's not going to be suitable for you. Finally, price and value for money in the Australian marketplace. 30 serves, $74.95. Now, I just want to point out that these tubs are 30 serves. They look like 2-pound tubs. They're not 2-pound tubs. They're closer to 3-pound tubs. In terms of what is the weight actually on it? It says it somewhere here. Here you go. 2.45 pounds, 1.11 kilograms. So it's big. It looks like a 2-pound tub. It's bigger than a 2-pound tub. Most 2-pound tubs contain 24, 25 serves. Each tub of this first Phorm Level 1 contains 30 serves. So that's why it seems more expensive at $74.95, but the price per serve is actually $2.50 per scoop, which is really good value for money for a sustained release protein of this quality with these world-class flavors, with this world-leading texture and mouthfeel and just absolute deliciousness. It is a very good value for money protein. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, and wherever else you're consuming this content and watching this raw review. And guys, that is MassiveJoes raw review on first Phorm Level 1 sustained release protein. Bring it back. In the house. There we go. And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning in to this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.